Hey, welcome back to Ventura Lakeside. If you've been following our channel for a while, you know we've been converting this old fire truck into the ultimate DIY RV. And in this week's episode, we're going to be upgrading the existing stereo system, which is a classic AM/FM model, to a total in-dash car entertainment system from ATOTO. We're excited to get this in and show you how we did it. If you have an older RV or you've done a conversion like we did, upgrading your head unit is a really excellent way to make driving a lot more pleasant. Today we're going to be installing the ATOTO A6, which is a full-featured head unit with a large color touchscreen display and a ton of features that we're going to show you later in the video. This is everything that comes standard in the kit. We're also going to be installing a backup camera, which is an additional item. In our RV, we had to remove the dash to get the old radio out. In more modern RVs, I think you'll find that you can just take the old head unit out and put in the new one without much fuss. Now we're going to install some of the fun features for this unit. This cable set allows you to have an additional outdoor camera or a video input for if you want a DVD player or some other external video input. It also has your external microphone input and subwoofer connections, if that's something you have in your vehicle. So we're going to install that guy here. This cable set has our rear backup camera input, as well as our antennas for Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and a remote parking brake. Next we have a cable for your phone link, so if you want to hard connect your phone to the unit. Then we have a external storage cable, so USB storage if you want to connect a USB key. And we have our GPS antenna, which screws onto the GPS port here. So the ATOTO kit comes with a wiring harness which goes from the head unit and it's going to connect to the wiring harness of your vehicle. If you have a more modern vehicle than we do, or in our case our vehicle's been heavily modified, you'll be able to buy a harness that goes from your plug and then can be connected to this wiring harness. But because our vehicle was a fire vehicle and was quite heavily modified, our wiring is a bit of a mess. So we're going to connect manually from this to the wiring in our dash. So like I was saying, normally in a more modern car that hadn't been modified, you'd be able to buy a female harness that would plug into this male, and then you could connect your wires to that to go to your new head unit. But because ours has been modified, I'm going to actually cut these wires and wire them to our new harness with these wire nuts. The wiring harness that comes with the kit is really nicely labeled, both color-coded and with tags that explain what each cable is for. So we're just going to match up our existing wires and connect them to our new harness. And these reusable wire nuts are really a simple way to do this. Simply insert your one wire, clamp it down, and then your matching wire on the other side. Makes a good solid connection, and if you do make a mistake, you can easily undo it. This wiring diagram from the ATOTO site is really an excellent way to figure out the wiring in your van or RV and get the connections correct. This is the first boot up, just to make sure everything's working properly before I put the dash back in. So here is the head unit installed. As you can see, it looks really awesome. We're super excited that it's a major upgrade from our old AM/FM radio. And it fits into the double DIN unit and just extends slightly past. And in our case, works out really well. We've got the connector for phones if you want to do Apple CarPlay or Android Auto over cable, but it can also be done by Bluetooth. This unit has a ton of features. You can do Android Auto or Apple CarPlay over wired or wireless. There's a USB cable which I've decided to keep tucked in behind, which has a thumb drive with all my music on it. So that catalog is available. You have navigation, radio, phone access. There's a external microphone. The interface is very quick. There's no lag at all. If you go to the radio, you can set up your pre-set stations, but you can also rename them with their actual radio station name, which is kind of nice. The home screen can be customized, just like any Android tablet. You can put any apps here you want. Play Store is available, so you can download things that you want to watch or that you want to use. And of course, we've set ours up with a rear view camera, which is available on the camera app. The optional backup camera is very tiny and has a great picture quality. As you can see here, I still have to repair where the old camera was. There's actually three video inputs. There's a backup camera, there's a front-facing camera, and there's a video input for if you want to send video from a external device like a DVD player. I've chosen to use the front video input because, although I'm looking at the rear view, I want to be able to have this on at all times, not only when I'm in reverse. Because we're going to have bikes and stuff on the back, and this will be a quick way to check that everything's okay with the bikes. So I'm using it that way. But you can also hook it up traditionally with the rear view so that when you put the vehicle in reverse, it automatically turns on. So here I'm going to hook up with the Apple CarPlay. And to do that, all you have to do is go to CarLink. And it should automatically detect your phone. And there you go. So now you have everything that you would have in CarPlay. We're excited to run all the RV lifestyle apps that you can get from the Play Store, including things like Harvest Host. Or if you have a bigger rig, you can get apps that allow you to navigate and avoid low bridges and stuff like that. So on our last big trip, one of the most annoying parts was having to navigate with our phone on one of these vent mounts, and the thing falls off and the phone's always dying, and it really can be stressful when you're driving through complicated directions in cities and stuff. So that was one of the main reasons why we wanted to get an in-dash unit that was capable of navigation. The ATOTO has built-in navigation, and you can mirror your phone through Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. And it makes navigating super easy. We are loving having this head unit, and if you want to know more about ATOTO or this head unit, you can check out the link below, and we'll see you next time on Ontario Lakeside.